Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0202 indicates a malfunction in the number 2 cylinder injector circuit, which is critical for the fuel injection system in Honda Civics from 2016 to 2021. The primary function of the fuel injector is to introduce atomized fuel into the combustion chamber, facilitating optimal engine performance and efficiency. The number 2 cylinder injector location is on the engine, where it directly connects to the engine's fuel rail. A failure in this circuit can lead to incomplete combustion, misfiring, or a failure to start the engine. Diagnosing this issue starts by verifying that the correct DTC is present and distinguishing whether it's confirmed or pending. Additionally, when examining the fault, it's important to check for stored codes like P0560, P068A, and P068B that may accompany P0202. These must be resolved first to ensure accurate troubleshooting. Thus, understanding the interplay between various components in the fuel injection system becomes vital for successful repair. DTC P020 refers specifically to a malfunction in the number 2 cylinder's injector circuit. The components involved are primarily the fuel injector itself, which is responsible for delivering precise amounts of fuel for optimal cylinder performance. This injector is typically located in line with other injectors along the engine's fuel rail, positioned to inject fuel directly into the combustion chamber from the intake manifold. The failure of this injector circuit may stem from various electrical issues, including open or shorted wiring, poor connector contacts, or malfunctioning injectors. If the DTC is confirmed, it indicates that the fault is currently occurring, while a pending DTC signifies an intermittent issue that needs monitoring. It's crucial to understand that if multiple DTCs are present, resolving other codes may be necessary before addressing DTC P020 to eliminate compounding variables that may affect diagnostics. Several possible causes can lead to the P0202 DTC. One prevalent issue could be an open circuit in the wiring related to the number 2 cylinder injector, potentially disrupting the electrical signal necessary for the injector's operation. Shorting to power in the circuits connected to the injector may also lead to this DTC, causing an excess voltage that the system cannot handle. A faulty injector itself may be the root cause if it's not responding properly or has internal malfunctions. Poor connections at either the injector or the powertrain control module, PCM, can also lead to intermittent faults, making it vital to inspect these connections thoroughly. It's essential to diagnose this problem by systematically checking each component and connection to identify the exact failure point that's triggering the DTC. Symptoms associated with DTC P020 can significantly impact vehicle performance. One of the most noticeable signs is engine misfire, which occurs when fuel is not properly injected into the cylinder, leading to a lack of power or uneven engine operation. This misfire can also cause a rough idle, where the engine struggles to maintain a steady pace when stopped. Additionally, the vehicle may experience a drop in fuel economy due to inadequate fuel delivery, as the engine compensates for the lack of power production. Drivers may also encounter difficulties starting the engine, since a malfunctioning injector can prevent adequate fuel from entering the combustion chamber. Understanding these symptoms can help technicians quickly identify the potential failure points in the injector circuit and prioritize their diagnostic checks accordingly. The first troubleshooting step involves establishing whether the DTC is active or intermittent. Begin by turning the ignition key to the on position without starting the engine, which allows for the initial diagnostic tests to be conducted. Following this, the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, can be utilized to clear the existing DTCs. After clearing, the next step requires starting the engine or cranking it for up to 20 seconds if it does not start immediately. It's crucial to observe whether the DTC P0202 reappears as either a confirmed fault or a pending DTC. If the DTC is confirmed, it indicates a persistent issue requires further investigation. If it does not appear, the problem may be intermittent, and it is recommended to check for poor connections or loose terminals that might have caused the issue originally. This clear and check process sets the stage for further troubleshooting based on the current diagnostic state. The second troubleshooting step requires checking the integrity of the wiring for the injector circuit. First, turn the vehicle to the off mode, ensuring that the electrical system is not energized. Using the HDS, the SCS line can be temporarily jumped to disable the airbag system during the diagnostic procedure, which is a safety measure. Once this is done, disconnect the PCM connector number 1, 96P, which would prevent any possible interference from the PCM during testing. The next part of this step involves measuring continuity between two specific test points, number 19 and number 20 on the PCM connector. This continuity check verifies whether the INJ-H2 and INJ-L2 wires are intact, or if there is an open circuit, indicating a broken wire or connection. Understanding the results of this continuity check is vital for determining the next appropriate steps in troubleshooting the injector circuit. In the third troubleshooting step, the focus narrows down to the number 2 injector itself. Begin by disconnecting the number 2 injector's 2P connector, ensuring that no power is being supplied to the injector during the continuity test. Following the disconnection, it's important to check for continuity, specifically between the injector's female terminals and the corresponding terminal on the PCM connector number 1, terminal number 20. This continuity check is critical since it determines if the INJ-H2 wire is functioning correctly or if there's an open circuit indicating a fault in the wiring. If continuity exists, this suggests that the wire is intact and the issue may reside elsewhere, possibly with the injector or PCM itself. On the other hand, if continuity is absent, the next logical step would involve repairing the identified open in the INJ-H2 wire to ensure proper signal transmission for injector operation. Step 4 of the troubleshooting process shifts the focus to checking the integrity of the INJ-L2 line. Begin by maintaining the vehicle in the off position and ensuring both the PCM connector number 1 and the number 2 injector connector are disconnected. A continuity test will then assess the connection between the female terminals of the number 2 injector's connector and the PCM connector number 1 terminal number 19. If continuity is confirmed, this indicates that the INJ-L2 wire is functioning properly, thus allowing you to move forward to the recommendation of replacing all injectors as a set. This step is advised to maintain overall balance in fuel delivery and performance. Conversely, if continuity is absent, it signals a fault present in the wiring that needs repair before proceeding. Understanding the need to replace injectors as a complete set speaks to the integrated nature of modern fuel systems, where uniformity is crucial for achieving optimal engine performance. In troubleshooting step 5, the focus duels down to assessing the INJ-H2 line for any potential short circuits. Begin the process by disconnecting the number 2 injector's 2P connector to isolate the circuit for testing. Next, turn the ignition to the on position, ensuring the electrical system is energized for voltage measurement. Utilizing a multimeter, measure the voltage between the PCM connector, number 1 terminal, number 20, and the body ground. This step is pivotal for checking whether there is unintended voltage entering the INJ-H2 wire, a scenario that would suggest an electrical short to power somewhere in the circuit. If any voltage is detected, Appropriate troubleshooting requires repairing the identified short, focusing particularly on the wiring between PCM terminal number 20 and the injector. Clear understanding of circuit integrity is crucial, as faulty wiring can cause lasting and expensive damage to the injection system. In this sixth troubleshooting step, similar procedures apply to assessing the INJ-L2 line for possible short circuits. First, ensure that both the number 2 injector's 2P connector and the PCM connector number 1 lead remain disconnected to prevent any interference when measuring voltage. With the vehicle turned to the on position, use a multimeter again to measure the voltage, this time between the PCM connector number 1 terminal number 19 and the body ground. This check is crucial to confirm whether the INJ-L2 wire is shorting to power. Should you find that voltage is present at this terminal, it indicates a fault in the circuit requiring immediate repair to resolve the short. A complete understanding of how each wire functions not only protects the individual components involved, but also maintains the overall efficiency of the fuel injection circuit as a whole. Step 7 concentrates back on the INJ-H2 line to confirm its integrity further. This step begins by ensuring the vehicle is turned to the off position, followed by checking continuity as previously performed in earlier steps. Ensure that both the PCM connector number 1 and the number 2 injector 2P connector remain disconnected to assess the circuit without any outside interference. Measure continuity between the PCM connector number 1 terminal number 20 and the body ground. If continuity is confirmed at this point, it suggests a potential short that needs addressing immediately. If continuity does not exist, it indicates that the INJ-H2 wire itself is likely not the issue, and additional diagnostics may be necessary to identify any other faults within the circuits. This careful continuity testing is essential for pinpointing faults in the fuel injection system. The final troubleshooting step involves conducting a last check for continuity on the INJ-L2 line. Ensure the vehicle remains in the off position and that both the PCM connector number 1 and the number 2 injector 2P connector are disconnected to conduct a clean continuity test. This time, check between PCM connector number 1, terminal number 19, and the body ground. If continuity is found, it signals that the wiring is intact. Though you should explore other possible causes outlined in the diagnostic service information. Should there be no continuity available, it suggests a short that must be repaired, a necessary step before considering any further measures. This step underlines the importance of consulting authorized service information related to the DTCs for deeper insights. Ensuring thorough protocol is followed to maintain vehicle performance and reliability. After completing all necessary repairs for the DTC P0202 malfunction, it is essential to perform a final verification process to ensure that the issue has been fully resolved. Start by clearing the DTC using the HDS and conduct a test drive to observe how the vehicle behaves under normal operating conditions. This process allows you to monitor whether the DTC resurfaces, which would indicate that the initial repairs were not effective or that another underlying issue exists. During the drive, evaluate the engine's performance. Ensure that it runs smoothly without misfires, rough idling, or starting difficulties. Regularly verifying repairs is crucial in maintaining vehicle safety and reliability, allowing for timely intervention should similar issues reappear. Successful verification signifies the importance of thorough diagnostics and systematic troubleshooting for achieving long-term vehicle functionality. Preventive maintenance plays a pivotal role in avoiding future occurrences of DTC P0202 and ensuring optimal engine performance in Honda Civics. A proactive approach involves regular inspections of the fuel injection system, checking the condition of wiring and associated connectors to prevent any potential electrical faults. Monitoring for corrosion or dirt in electrical connections helps in preserving the integrity of the injector circuits. Additionally, choosing quality fuel injectors during any replacements is crucial since substandard components may lead to premature failures and further complications. It's advisable to keep a detailed service history for tracking any recurring issues, thus making it easier to identify patterns or specific components that require attention. Over time, this preventive strategy can lead to significant savings in terms of repairs and ensure the vehicle performs effectively. In conclusion, understanding DTC P0202 allows for informed troubleshooting for fuel injection issues in Honda Civics, particularly from 2016 to 2021. The DTC signifies an injector circuit malfunction that affects engine performance, making it crucial to perform thorough wiring integrity checks and ensure seamless communication between components. Each step in the troubleshooting guide is essential for isolating the problem effectively, from initial diagnostics to final verification post-repair. Implementing preventive maintenance strategies can further enhance vehicle reliability, safeguarding against future injector malfunctions. Finally, a commitment to comprehensive diagnostics will ensure that both technicians and vehicle owners can address issues proactively, ultimately leading to a smoother driving experience and improved engine longevity. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.